What's happening, guys? Welcome back to the channel and to another video. So in this one we're going to be doing something a little bit different to what we've normally been doing on the Golf. No, I'm kidding, it's more welding. If you watched the video where we got the new front panel fitted, you'll know that I said I'd got to sort this inner wing out because we've got a big hole through it here, which was one of the very first things I ever tried to fix doing fabrication, and I picked one of the most complicated shapes to do. So what I've done is got myself a body cut. Now, I did get a panel from Heritage which fitted brilliantly, but it didn't cover the whole hole length. So we've got a body cut. Now, what I was going to do, so this is the hole obviously here that we've tried to fix, and you've got curve that way, curve that way, curve. It was just never going to work. So my option is I either cut a piece out of this and weld it in there, or the option that I'm thinking I'm going to do is we'll just cut this down here, cut that one to match, and fit it in. So that is what we're going to be doing. Now, this came with, it was just a body cut. So this has got part of the front panel on it, the chassis leg on it and all that. So a couple of hours this morning, I've cleaned the majority of it up to where we need it to. I've just spotted another little bit I do need to go back over and do. And yeah, just got it ready to basically be able to offer onto the car into the right place. So we can clamp it, get a bit of a workout as to where we're going to cut it, and then cut it basically. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do, because this is obviously not exactly in the correct place, but what I'm going to do is we'll try and get it somewhere near, clamped roughly to it somewhere. We'll trim a bit more of this off to where we want it to be, iron it in. We'll put a pen mark on this chassis leg. We'll then cut just in front of that, cut it off, and then with that we'll then be able to get this where it needs to be. And then we can then do the cut for where we're going to weld it. Now we've got to try and remove it from this chassis leg in all these spot welds in here, well, these ones, because we're only going to be doing it to there. But it shouldn't be too difficult, it should be doable. It's just going to take a lot of time. We'll get there, as with anything. We're going to do it, we're going to try and do it properly. There we go then, there's that removed. Bit of a hole in the car now, so we've got the new one to go in. Old one we cut in bits and drilled out, and the chassis leg is looking really good and really nice in here. Bit of a cleaning up, we're going to get some of the wax oil and whatever off as well. Now, you see here, this is the line that I drew on the first time, leaving obviously a bit more material on. So we'll get this clamped into position now and work out where we need to cut it. We'll get it all sitting in the right place. Then we'll go over and clean everything up, make sure all the spot weld holes that are in this panel line up with the chassis rails and everything on the car. We'll get this welded on and hopefully call that job done. And that right there is where the GoPro died, and I didn't notice because I had my head down getting on. But it's on. And looking pretty good. So obviously I've left a bit of the weld in here just to give it a bit of strength, because this is all going to be undercoated or undersealed anyway, so that will cover it in. But it's looking mega. Everything lined up how it should do, and it sits where it wanted to. In the engine bay is looking good. There is still a little wetness, but when we've got a bit of filler on that, I don't think you'll notice it. But it's looking good and finishes that area off. Another massive bit done, making this back to a solid shell again. After spending 10 minutes looking for this, that I'd put somewhere safe, I've now found it. This is the battery tray. So we're going to get this welded in now. I've drilled some holes for the spot welds or plug welds so we can weld it into the car. Cleaned everything up, given it a good coat of weld through primer. I'll give this a quick coat now as well on the areas I've ground back. And we'll get this welded in to there. And then see what else we can move on to. So while that battery tray's going off, we'll do a little job that I mentioned in quite an early video that I wanted to do. So to mount the wings to the car from factory, you use these, which have got a bit of a point on them, quite a coarse thread, and they go in to holes on the wing, double thickness metal. They're like a self-tapper, but they're not. It is sort of a thread, a cut thread. But what I want to do is change to use a normal bolt. We're going to use nut inserts. So these will drill the hole out, put these in, it squeezes the 2 points together, this bit with sort of serrations around it, grips the hole, and you've then got a thread in the metal. It just seems a little bit better and a little bit more modern, so that's what we're going to do. I've already done this side, so these are just sat in here. I've done down the A-pillar as well, so let's jump on, we'll do this side and I'll show you what to do. So I've used these on camper vans and things before, and we're using an M61, and you want a 9mm drill bit to drill it out and get the grinder and clean the back of that up. Clean that edge up, quick tickle with the primer. That. And these are the bit of kit to use it. Now you can get hand ones like a traditional rivet gun, but they are a pain in the arse to use. So these are the best ones because you can get some good force on them. You've got thread in here on the end. This, open the tongs out. This just winds on. Right, to about there. Put that in the hole. Squeeze these together like that. Take this out. And there you go. You've got a threaded insert in there to mount your wing to, which will be nice and strong. So I'll do the rest of these and down there, and then we'll call that another little bit done. There you go. That's how you fit Rivnuts, hopefully to hold the wing on. So now them Rivnuts are in, I thought it'd be rude not to offer the wings on, just to check that this side was still in the correct place. Happy to say everything still fits as it should do, bolts into the right holes, sits where it should. So let's now make a start. We'll get this battery tray welded in, and then I think that might be all we're getting done this week. There we go, battery tray fitted. I need to do a little bit of fill up where the bearing tool's gone a little bit aggressive, but I couldn't get in with a grinder, but that is in and making that engine bay look a little more finished off. Love getting these little jobs done. Little jobs add up to a big job. So it's not a massive long episode this week. I'm so happy we've got this inner wing cut in and fitted and looking good. Battery tray is also in and looking mega. We've got all the front hung again, so we know what we've done is right. And I think using those nutserts to hold the wings on is much better than the way they are hung from factory. So yeah, another little bit done. Another week on the Golf done. Got to move on to the other project now. So if you already do, thank you so much. But if you don't, do please consider clicking that subscribe button and press that little bell to get a notification. 67% of you guys that are watching the channel are not subscribed at the minute. I'm chasing down getting to 100,000 subscribers this year. I want that plaque on my wall. Then I feel like I've made it. I can only get there with the help of you guys. So if you don't already, do please subscribe. Give us a comment, give us a like. All of it massively helps within YouTube's algorithm of helping us get the channel out there to a wider audience and grow. So we'll leave that one there then, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Not sure what we're going to get up to on the golf next time, but make sure you've subscribed, hit that little bell, and you'll get a notification of when that new video goes live. Until next time, guys, enjoy.